We have a contract update on LA Knight, plus WWE Creative reacts to a recent NXT call-up as a major WWE star calls treatment for one particular talent an insult. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Let's talk LA Knight, who was destroyed by Bronson Reed with a tsunami onto the roof of a car on Monday.
After taking several tsunamis in the ring, after losing a match in the main event as well, my goodness me.
The man took a pummeling, and many are concluding that he is being punished for holding a sign that says, "We want LA Knight and not Jey Uso." I saw people online, Ross, saying they're burying him. I do think, and this is something that, you know, privately you and I have talked about, where we go, I feel like the fandom has in some areas, some of the fandom has changed. Because like LA Knight getting that just shellacking on Raw would suggest to me, an old school fan, this is part of a story. He's going to come back at the Rumble, and he's going to seek vengeance. Off we go. This is great. But there are people going, I can't believe they buried him in that manner. And I just think, hang on, remember when Undertaker hung up Steve Austin on the symbol?
Or like when Hogan killed The Rock in an ambulance with the big lorry. Do you remember
that? That's a good one. They buried him. Buried him.
I took it as they know they've got something pretty special with LA Knight, but they haven't got the room in the proper main event scene to go full hog on him. So for the time being, they're going to write him off TV, let just the main event scene settle for a bit, because obviously it's been a bit turbulent with the entire Seth Rollins situation and the title gun this, that way and the other. Just take him off TV for a bit, let it all settle down, because it feels like for the last 3 years they've been waiting to just strap the rockets properly to LA Knight, but he's always just been that sort of guy who gets to sort of that level and then they don't push him to that level. So I feel that's the way I took it anyway.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it wasn't with all due respect, of course, because I always associate enhancement talent with Akira Tozawa in the WWE today. It was as if he was getting pinned by him. He was getting written off by the main heel faction in the company.
And that was why I was surprised by seeing some of that discourse. And BodySlam.net have previously stated as well that WWE has high hopes for LA Knight in 2026. And Fightful have confirmed he's sticking around for a while. They say they re-signed him back in 2024 and he has years left on his deal. And when Fightful reached out to people in the company, they were confused at the outrage of the situation from Raw and said it was a standard story beat that will be revisited. Yes.
Yeah, it is. I guess there is just a little bit of smoke with the fire, because obviously you go back to 2023, that's when LA Knight, in my opinion, was the hottest he's ever been on the main roster. Money in the Bank season. Money in the Bank that year was his to take. They didn't do it. 2024, he was a lot colder, and then he got at the start of this year, he got sort of back towards that 2023 level, but not quite there. It just makes you think, are they ever going to push the button with him? Because there's seemingly something that Triple H doesn't see in him to really go all the way with him. It seems like a recurring theme of the past 3 years of his booking, which I guess is where the upset has sort of come from the people watching the show.
Could LA Knight go all the way next year? Could Eddie Kingston go all the way in AEW next year? He was a guest on Gabby AF, talked about his contract status, and the bit I love the most, he talked about his retirement plans.
Yeah, he says, I have 6 years left on my contract. I want to make my money, then buy a place in Alaska and get the F away from society. Get me the F to Alaska, as long as I can still watch the Yankees, the Giants, the Knicks and the Rangers, all that stuff with streaming. I'm good. Leave me alone. It's the dream for all of us, innit? Make your money off the grid. See you later.
I really liked Eddie Kingston. Lucky to work with him at North before the world shut down in 2020. He popped over to Newcastle. Lovely guy. And then I watched that interview he did with Gabby AF, and I love him even more now. I'm like, I just want to go and hide, spend all the money I need, and then leave.
Yeah.
That's a lovely idea, one we can all get behind. He faces Samoa Joe. Winter is coming in a few weeks' time, and I, for one, love the idea of Eddie Kingston at some point, probably not at this point, but at some point becoming AEW World Champion.
Yeah, I don't think the time is now, because he's obviously just come back from his injury. He's just still working his way back in there. This is stuff we're hooked to sort out first before he gets the world title. But I think, at one point we're all saying that he is like the heart and soul of AEW, and the storyline is there for a Hangman-esque sort of chase for the title before he wins it. That sort of thing.
There's something certainly there as well. And WWE think there's something there with Lash Legend, the bougie bully.
Yes, they do. And I believe there is as well. She's come such a long way from being a cult leader with a fake crowd chat show kind of setup at the start of NXT 2.0 to the absolute beast that we see today, smashing fools like Sheamus in War Games, Tom. She was. She's come such a long way.
She was a beast. Body slams say sources indicate to them that WWE officials are very high on Lash Legend. Officials were very happy with her standout performance inside of War Games and her recent promo segments. Her pairing with Nia Jax is to get her up to speed with the main roster talent as quick as possible. WWE officials confident that Legend will have a breakout year as we approach 2026.
Yeah, hopefully she's not tied to Nia Jax for too long, because it feels like that's the thing that would hold her back from what that story there, sort of making that story come true. Because you can't be a tag team with Nia Jax for too long and then expect to do good or big things in 2026, can you?
No. I think Nia Jax is there to kind of bring her in. Yeah. I wonder whether we probably get a split sort of around WrestleMania time. Yeah. And then Legend just drops Nia Jax and then she moves on.
Yeah. But the great thing about her is all her offense looks like it hurts. She puts it in really snugly. Hopefully not shootly, of course. Hopefully her compadres are safe in that ring with her. No doubt they're not. I've not seen anything. I've not seen any black eyes there, Tom, after a match with Lash Legend. So yes, the case of the Sheamuses with Lash Legend. Snug but not shoot.
A little case of the Sheamuses. No black eyes, but all eyes are currently on AAA and Fox. This new deal getting underway soon. A brand new TV deal that's going to put more eyes on AAA than before. We have more details on that this morning, don't we, Rob?
More wrestling for you. From Saturday, January the 17th, Triple R will officially debut on Fox in Mexico with a new weekly show. The first episode will be live from Mexico City and is set to feature Rey Mysterio, Dirty Dom, Penta, if he's fit, of course, Rey Fenix and Vikingo, among other established Triple R names.
Yeah, tickets available now. You can watch it on Fox, Fox on Tubi, and Fox One for Mexico, Central America, and South America. I think real opportunity here to make some, again, more wrestling for us to watch that is of a high quality, because I have enjoyed the AAA product for a long time. I have also enjoyed WWE's version of it as well.
Yeah, I've never been more aware of Triple R, and I guess that just speaks to me as a dirty wrestling fan who doesn't watch all of the wrestling all of the time. But yeah, this makes me think, I don't know, just reading this story, my first emotion was, well, TNA sort of getting Triple R. That sort of relationship that we've seen between NXT and TNA over the past however long it's been. Maybe Triple R can slot into where TNA were, my goodness me.
They certainly can. Slit in to where they need to be. And a lot of moving parts in the wrestling world. But this was something that caught my eye away from all of that last night. Asuka sharing a video on her YouTube channel where she spoke about Bayley. And having seen recently the interview that Bayley did on the Michelle McCool podcast featuring The Undertaker, 6 Feet Under, Bayley talked about how rough it was to miss out on WrestleMania this year, sort of be taken out of plans for Mania in favour of the storyline they did. She was very understanding of it, but still, you could tell it was something that upset her. And it upset Asuka as well.
Yeah, Asuka said, I just found out about her sadness, her struggle, and her pain, and it hit me. I remembered the format of today's women's division, the value everyone treats as standard that was built by the 4 horsewomen and by me. We've got pride, and of course we do. And right now, the ones who can understand Bayley's pain the most, probably Charlotte, Becky, and me. Our era didn't raise the level. We flipped the entire idea of what a women's division could be. We started a revolution.
You are accepting treatment that doesn't match what you are. Don't swallow it. This isn't only your problem. It's an insult to our pride. The pride of everyone who fought beside you and against you. It's an insult to the status that we built with our own hands. As someone who has shared that time with you, I can't accept it. Bayley, stop playing nice. Look at Kyrie. Playing nice is boring. Playing safe is boring. Go off. Shout it. Do you know who I am? I'm Bayley.
Don't do that. That's bully race shit. You'll have a right go.
Do you know who I am? No. Make them remember what you've done. What we've done. We changed the division. We made it. So remind them loudly. All of them. Get louder. Get sharper. Let that fire show in the ring and make them feel it. The weight we built with our lives. The pain we paid to make this division what it is. Right now. Make them remember. And obviously there's some storyline elements in there because it's almost like Asuka's trying to coax Bayley to the dark side. Do it. But it does speak of, for a few people, quite more than a few people, a wild fan sentiment that Bayley is just mistreated by WWE despite being one of the best that there is.
It's a case of the Dolph Ziggler's, I'm going to call it, Tom, because she's been there for that long, obviously over 10 years at this point. She's been there for so long that it gets to a point where maybe the people in power take her presence for granted, which should never happen, because as we all know, Bayley is a face, especially NXT. Bayley the Hugger was absolutely fantastic. Bayley as a heel in lockdown was carrying shows. As we all saw, along with Sasha Banks back in the day and stuff like that. So she can do it all, but obviously she's been there for so long, it does feel like her presence is sort of taken for granted now. Obviously, we don't know the goings on behind the scenes. I'm sure she has a very strong sort of like locker room leader role now, just down to the fact she's been there for so long and done it all. But in terms of what we see on TV, it doesn't quite add up, does it?
And it speaks volumes, the fact that the big thing that there's been on my socials is just is the love and the gratitude towards Bayley following that week seminar that she did with women's wrestlers from all over the world, where it was an invite-only seminar training session, like a secondment for some of the best that are doing it on the indie scene at the moment around the world. And obviously Bayley was there training with them, Charlotte Flair was there training with them, Natalia and Tyson Kidd turned up as well, and John flipping Cena turned up as well, and John Cena was there coaching and guiding through some of the matches on as part of that sort of weekend, the end of that weekend. And that speaks volumes for not just where Bayley's at, because she's gone, this is something I want to do, and if I won't be, and I'll do it off my own back, and I'll create this thing with my peers and my friends, but also the fact that you had people like, you had John Cena there, Charlotte Flair was there, Natalia was there, like there was the great and the good were there to show support for that whole project as well.
They wouldn't turn up for anybody.
They wouldn't turn up for anybody, no. Yeah. That's it. I might be speaking out of turn and saying that it wasn't just Bayley that set that up, but Bayley certainly felt like the driving force behind it all. And obviously many other people played their part in it, and it's been my favourite thing in wrestling for the past few months, is to watch the love from this training week that they had, and it just shows the celebration of women's wrestling. It's a celebration of the indie scene as well, and I would like to see more of that. I think that's wonderful. I think it's giving those people the opportunity to really shine, and it speaks volumes to the character of Bayley as well, and what Bayley truly wants to accomplish. She's on the Saturday night's main event card facing Sol Ruka. And I think, again, that's not by accident. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that maybe John Cena has gone, I want Bayley on the card.
She's the ideal person to make Sol look as good as she possibly can be.
100%. It is patreon.com/Cultaholic Punishment Day.
Yeah, big breaking news. Well, not breaking news. It was last night after my stream watching WCPW once again. If you want to, we'll do that on a Wednesday night on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Got in contact with Sam. He's going to come into work tomorrow, and we'll try and get him on a video. He's all fine now. It's happy days. Happy
is he
days.
all right now?
Yeah, he's got used to his new look. So yeah, we took Sam for a haircut on Monday. The video goes live on Patreon this evening GMT time. I'm not going to say a specific time, but this evening GMT time. Sync your watches up to that period of the day. You'll see it at patreon.com/Cultaholic.
And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe.
Baby, Bobby, Betty, Lily, you.